Hi guys, welcome to SchoolNet. So in this video, I'll be talking about the parameters involved in circuits with resistors in parallel this time. And also I'll be telling you some tips to remember the parameters with circuit where resistors are in series and parallel separately. So let's get started. So consider this circuit where I have placed R1 and R2 in parallel and voltage V is connected across X and Y points. So, what do you mean by parallel? So when one end of a resistor is connected to one end of another resistor and the other end of this resistor is connected to the other end of the second resistor, we say that these are in parallel. So parallel meaning like they're stacked up. Just remember that. Okay. So we know that in a loop, in a single loop, current is the same because there is only one path for the electrons to travel. But here, at this point, let's say current capital I is entering at this point, or you can say it as a node. The current is getting split into two, right? Because there are branches, two branches. So let's say I1 and I2, and they travel across the resistors and join back again and give out I, right? So in this loop, the whole loop, the total current is I. So what do? I is equal to I1 plus I2, right? It's getting split up. So we can write the equation I1 plus I2. And also, the voltage across these resistors will be the same. Let's see how. So since these are just plain wires, we can consider this point as X and this point as Y. So V is measured between 2 points, right? So V across R2 is capital V, and again R1 is also capital V because you're measuring the same voltage across the same points, right? So the voltage across these two resistors will be the same. As you can see, they're connected across the voltage source. So V is the same for both. Same for both the resistors. Right? Now we have V is equal to IR from Ohm's law and I is equal to V by R. So let's say again R parallel is the total resistance of the circuit. Now we can write from equation 1, V by R total is equal to V by R1 plus V by R2. Now you can cancel these V's. So from this you have R total or R parallel is equal to 1 by R1 plus 1 by R2. So this is your equation when resistors are in parallel, right? So I'll tell you how to remember for each circuit with series resistance and series and parallel resistance. So split it into two. So for series, we know that R series is equal to R1 plus R2. This is the total resistance. If you have more, obviously, you just add them all to get the total resistance. And R parallel is equal to, or you can say 1 by R parallel is equal to 1 by R1 plus 1 by R2 if there are two resistances in parallel. Okay? And also in series, just remember that there's only one loop. Right? One loop where the resistors are in series. Same connection for both the resistors, right? Same wire. So, current is the same. Whereas in parallel, the current is getting split up because the resistors are stacked upon each other. So, I1 and I2 exist, right? And in series, there's voltage drop across each resistor, right? So you have V1 and V2, and for parallel you have the same voltage across them because you're measuring between the same 2 points. So you just have V. So V is the same for both resistors. So this is how you have to remember for series and parallel resistors. So that's all for today, and if you have any more questions you want me to solve, just post it in the comment box below. Till then, take care, goodbye, thank you.